backwards now. Oh, that's the right way. That's the right way, yeah. Ooh, look at that. Hey, look at that. Let me see what a thing going on. Yeah, here. Keep on going. There she goes. There we go. Good.
Rolling.
Well, we're here at the Eastern Gathering here, all the cars. Look at that pretty little car coming in there. So what's going on, Jerry? Oh, the 30-mile wonder, 30 mile an hour. That Mike said he was going 30 there for a little bit this morning. So 5:30. It was dark, and we're on no license on this thing, so we was kind of under the radar. Yeah, so they won't bother you normally anyway. We got insurance though, so that's important. So we had insurance on it, and it quit a couple times getting to Mike's place, and then never quit after that. It ran fine, ran all the way. And I ran a red light once because I had to. So what you got to do, what you got to do. So, and it worked real well in high gear. I ran a lot of the way in high gear because it's got so much torque, and just ran along just fine. So. Well, we got the truck and we brought it home, and as you can see there, it was not in very good shape. And Bob, our friend here, he brought the rest of it home in the back of his pickup truck, and it was going to be crushed, and I didn't want to see it crushed. So I decided to fix it if the engine would work. And the first thing that I did with Skip was restarted the engine. And when the engine ran, then we knew we was going to fix it. So we've got the machinery all done, all the stuff was taken apart, put back together, and it was in bad shape. Nobody really helped me with it per se, but they did come over and help me start it and a few things. But the actual physical labor, I pretty much all did by myself. But I did it to stay active so I won't die. I don't want to die just yet. So I stayed active. So, but we built all that stuff. The radiator's $800, the tires are $800. So I've got about $3,000 or $4,000 in it. And it ain't worth no more than that, but I didn't do it for profit. I didn't do it for any reason than to keep it from being crushed. It took an hour at least on each tire just to get the tire off. I had to saw them off with a saw because they were all so hard. And then when you get them off, you see there's rust holes in the rims from water sitting inside them. So I had to weld the pieces of metal on the rims and build them up. So it was many weeks to do the whole entire thing. And then the bearings inside had to be done and new. And it was quite an adventure. I did went through the alternator starter and the distributor, and they were all in fine shape inside, believe it or not. But the inside of the engine, I didn't have to do a damn thing to it. And it just runs perfect. It had filled up with water and then rotted a hole in the bottom, and the water ran out, and what was left was usable. It's not in perfect condition, but it runs fine. But it took hammers and chisels to get it apart. The gears were, but it's hard metal. Those gears are made of hard metal, and they don't pit very much. They rust up and they get a little noisy maybe, but they were actually considered pretty damn good condition. It was broken, and that's the last thing in the world I figured would ever happen. Great big differential. Hi, Jim. But it was broken, and it broke my heart. But I went in the house and got on the line and punched in 1927 one-ton Chevrolet rear end, and one popped up for sale out of Oregon. It was a dismantling place where they dismantled vehicles, and they had a similar truck, and they towed cars around their lot for 30 years with that old truck. And they finally decided to fix up all the parts and put them on eBay. And I happened to luck out in 20 minutes from the time I saw it broke to the time I had a rear end gears ordered. Yeah. And then of course, I'm not trying to brag, but someone has to know how to do those rear ends, and luckily I know how. No, I did it myself. So, no, I did everything myself, and I'm pretty proud of that. I mean, I'm not trying to brag, it's just life. I learned how to do that many years ago. That's brand new. That's $250.
Where did you find that?
eBay or wherever.
Wow.
Yeah, I went looking.
Plans going forward?
The plan forward is take the cowl off and do some more welding on it, and then paint it, and put the hood on and paint that. The hood's all rebuilt. I gotta just match the two together one time before I take the cowl off, and then paint that all up, and then that'll be done. And then the seat there, we're going to get a surround. The guy over here with all those fancy things is going to make me a surround. I could make one, but he'll make a better one. So I'm going to pay him to make a nice surround, and then it won't be a cab, but it'll be a back that you can lean up against.
How
And
about the bed?
the bed's going to be a good-looking wood thing that's going to look nice, and that's it's going to have stake bed around it. So it'll look nice when it's all done. We're talking 3-4 months, because I got a birthday to go through. I'm going to be 80 in February. So that's going to take up some time. So I'm going to dancing girls though. I'm going to have dancing girls for my birthday up here. Yeah, we're going to have the girls. So that's my life right now, and that's the truck right now. And I had the truck to create momentum for me, and that's exactly what we're doing today.
Very good.
Adios. See you later.